Okay, so I just want to point out, like, that is legit, like, interruption number 4. So, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going. Because, like, honestly, I'll be damned if some lower vibrational energy is going to be impeding me moving forward. Like, I dealt with it for, like, 4 years. I'm not dealing with it in a reading. And this moon is not going to impede me, right? And I honestly, I kind of give that to you, Cancer, is like, at what point are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? And at what point are you going to stand up and fight and say, I am no more, right? I'm no more putting up with this shit. I'm done. This is my line in the sand. And so, like, it's really you. And this is for divine feminine, this is for divine masculine. It's either, but it's you tapping into your divine masculine and fighting into your warrior spirit, right? And saying, I know what I deserve. I know what I want in a relationship, and I'll be damned if anybody stands against that. Like, I'm done. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? And so, like, when you do that, you then open up the gates for, like, the divine to really move mountains so that you can progress forward, right? So, I mean, obviously, like, it could very well be that in this process, you have felt like you've gotten interrupted, like, your entire awakening process, right? It kind of feels like roadblock after roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. And it can get exhausting, right? Especially if you're a warrior and you're picking up all this past life stuff of, like, of where you felt like you were fighting against these dark energies, where you felt like you were, like, rising up against the man, right? And that's obviously figuratively, it could be actuality, but, like, I'm just saying, because I know I'm speaking to, like, true warriors, true people that are the alpha and the omega, right? Because we have both of those aspects within self. And once you come to the divine union within self, like, the dark runs like scattered little ants, and they will not come to you. They'll try, and what they'll do is they will kill themselves, because they literally cannot mess with the divine being, an angelic being, a chosen one, an elect, a Yeshua tribe, divine bloodline of the original 16, right? Like, they cannot mess with the blood of those that come from a higher state of being, right? And those DNA strands, those DNA activations that you get in the sun when you go outside are essentially activating within the body, right? And like, they're scared shitless of it, because, like, the message that I got a couple weeks ago was, for every divine being that is on this planet that wakes up, for everyone that comes into their divine heart-centered truth, can wake up 100,000 people. Like, you bring 100,000 people into their heart center by just being in your heart. How do you do that? By playing, by being joyful, by literally getting into your childlike wonder and allowing yourself to create the paradigm, the environment that you wish to be in, right? And so this stuff of old that was anchoring you back, write it out, right? And I feel that in the lower back right there. For you that you are being without a body, you are welcome to exit through the crown. My guides will take you to the proper way station. Just take a deep breath, focusing on if you picked up a pain in your body. It doesn't take me to call it out. It's just me allowing space for them to transition and transmute out of your body. And remember, you must take all of you with you. A lot of you know the drill already, because we've met on the physical plane, on the astral plane. And we don't have to go through all of the salutations, right? You know, and I'm here to create safe passage for you. So you on the right side, I see you. You're welcome to exit. You may get a tickle, you may get a scratch, you may get a pulse, you may even feel squeezed. And just feel it and breathe it out and push it out through your crown, right? That's how these energies do like to exit, because honestly, for those that left in a higher state of being but just got lost on their way to transition into their proper gateway, they are just stuck, right? They're stuck beings without bodies, and they're essentially feeding on your emotions. At a certain point, I will do clearings. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll start doing like mass clearings where we just do a group and we do clear all of the energy you're holding on to, right? So if this video does resonate with you, please give it a thumbs up, because it circulates and it helps the remainder of the 33s out there get this message, right? Because the truth is wherever Cancer is in your chart, this is going to resonate with you. Because truthfully, my channel is small, but our collective is pretty large, because again, we come off as 100,000, if not 500,000, as a million of energy, right? So like the truth is as more of you come online, the bigger your energy circle is going to get, right? And it will wrap around the earth, because a lot of you have been gatekeepers in previous lifetimes. A lot of you have essentially created cosmic balance. Some of you have seeded the planet, and know that these energies know how powerful you are. And so when your soul fragment becomes whole and you're no longer split, you then operate at full paradigm, at full power. And when that happens, like, then you can really make things happen and move for the collective, right? For the greater consciousness. I'm talking to those that fight for the little guy, right? It's not your responsibility, but your whole life, even when you were a little kid, you felt it was your responsibility. Like, you didn't understand why people treated people differently. And so I'm talking to those beings in bodies right now. And so my question to you is, like, where are you not nurturing yourself, right? Where are you not giving yourself that time to balance your yin and yang? I'm not going to read all of this because they give me the messages already. But like, when's the last time you went and put your back up against a redwood tree or a pine tree, or they just showed me willow trees or cherry blossoms, right? When was the last time that you asked the tree to give you the knowledge that you left there, right? Because in truth, every old soul on this planet speaks to trees. Trees are one of the oldest living beings on this planet, and they are alive. And the old ancient wisdom knows this, right? It's part of the reason why they burn down sections of trees, why they create forest fires, right? Is because they're trying to erase the memory, but the memory lives within the trees. It's divinely connected to the earth, and they cannot get rid of the earth. So once you learn to tap into that energy and use your cosmic intelligence and open up your crown and unblock your third eye and open up your throat chakra, you can then start asking the intuitive questions you need to come into divine guidance within self, right? Because the thing is you have the knowledge of your ancestors, and then you have the knowledge of your soul's consciousness, right? Which a lot of you watching are starseeds. You are cosmic conscious. And so like pray to the divine. Pray to the divine father and mother and ask them for the insight. Ask them for the know-how to give you that divine guidance of how to do these things, right? Because it's really, really important for you to activate your clairvoyance, your clairsentience, right? Your abilities that are dormant in your body. And I say this in every reading, right? Like, we are having the ability to run our own energy. We are batteries, right? We are batteries. We are life force. Your chi is literally getting sucked out of your body because an old aging program that actually it was never supposed to be there. But again, lower entities like negated and tried to tell us that we have to live only until we're 80. Well, think of it. Back in the Middle Ages, because of things that they did not have, they only lived to be like 20 something, right? And so these programs that we've been told are essentially isolating our ability to be really creative and unlock the possibilities of living 300 years. And the truth is during the time of Moses, people did live 300 years. They lived thousands of years. They walked the deserts for hundreds of thousands of years. And it was the same tribe. It wasn't a different tribe. And so like the thing is like understanding the misconceptions, right? And the thing is history has been repeated and history has been rewritten. Why? Because it's rewritten to keep those in power and to keep those that are enslaved enslaved. And we are the way showers. We are the chain breakers. This is step one to breaking those chains for you to become the divine being in that body that you're operating out of, right? And so like take this with divine intuition, with divine assertment. Step into truth, right? Wherever you feel like you're not being truth, right? A lot of people watch tarot or watch readings to get an inside scoop, right? And the truth is how long have you been doing it? How long have you been thinking about another person? How long have people told you, oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and the shit never comes, right? At what point are you going to do self-focus? And I'm getting quite clearly that you have gone internal, that you are separating your light and your dark, your good and your bad, your heart over head, and really taking the time to allow yourself to tap into nature, tap into that divine source energy, and allow yourself to be an elevated part of who you are, right? And so hit your knees. And literally, like, I would say, like, if none of you know who Dr. Joe Dispenza is, please go look him up because the man is phenomenal. And truthfully, he's been like this catalyst in teaching people how to separate the ego from the higher self and to really get into the 45-minute meditation. Why? Because once your ego cracks and it steps aside, you then allow the divine to move through you. If none of you have watched any of his success stories or his follow-ups from his advanced workshops, like, go watch them because they're mind-boggling and they're transformative, and it is what you are capable of doing. And they don't want you to come into that power. And so, like, my thing to you is what do you need to do to get into a place and space where you are walking in full faith, where you're not relying on anyone outside of self. And you're no longer seeing this illusion that this person was casting on you, right? You're seeing that fucker for what they are and what they've been doing and impeding in your life, right? And you can lit there and say, who has been stopping me? Who has been impeding me? And show me a face. And you're going to see a face instantaneously. And all you need to say is, fucker, I slice you in half. And I disconnect all of your cords, and you no longer have any power on this planetary alignment. And so it is. You are a bigger, more powerful being that any of these people that are messing with the lower vibration could ever mess with or become. Just because they have millions and billions of followers, they have nothing compared to your energy. Why? Because you have literally lived 1,000 lives, 100,000 lives, more. And they know it. So, like, tap into that divine guidance over the weekend. Get out into the sun. If you can connect into the ocean, do it. If you can't connect into the ocean, grab some sea salt from like Home Depot and put like as much as it takes to make your bathtub taste like sea salt, and allow yourself to soak in that energy and literally just say, I clear everything that has been keeping me caged, everything that has been keeping me in these trapped emotions, anything that has been cycling through this thought process, and I fully and completely release all of it. I cut all the cords. I cut all the cords to all of my DNA lineage. I cut the cord to all of my lessons, for I have learned them. If you have in fact learned them, ask your Akashic record keeper to step in. If you don't know how to do that, I can help you with that. At some point I will do a video on it, because I think it's really important for 33s, specifically, everybody really, but specifically 33s, because you are capable of doing it. You have the clearance to do it, to clear your own Akashic records, right? You literally, here, no, they want me to do it in a general reading, so I'll do that. And so keep an eye out for that. It will say on it, Akashic record clearing. And so we'll walk through that. So I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you got something out of this. I am sorry for all the interruptions, but honestly, they're outside of my control. And this message really needed to get to you. I hope you feel better. Take a deep breath, put your feet flat on the ground, open up your feet. Let's put in those gold cords. And I want you to pull up Gaia's energy, and I want you to focus on that midsection of yours. And I want you to completely disconnect all of that energy that is messing with your ability to manifest. Entirely break it out. Good. And I want you to have an absolutely blessed day. I want you to know that you are loved. Continue to be the vibration of love and affect the people that are around you. Be the example. And start forgiving those that have hurt you in the past because they know not what they do. Right? Hurt people. And it's your job to rise above it and to transform the collective, because you are a transmuter. You are an alchemist. It's time for you to step into your divine purpose. Be well, my brothers and sisters. And man, keep rocking, because you're doing a good job. If you found me, it means that you've done the work, because honestly, they won't bring me anybody who has not done the work. So I thank you for that. Be well. Ciao.